Now, let's move on to our next segment, the one and only CRM.
Hello.
Hello, Yuri. Thanks for joining me.
The pleasure's all mine.
So, CRM. The funny thing is that sometimes to get your sales going, all you need to do is simply implement CRM.
True.
It gets me surprised when people start to formalize their sales process. They create a sales funnel, ask questions trying to get it going, but always face the same problems losing money, misplacing leads, deals, and so on. That's why the very fact of switching to CRM comes off as incredibly effective, but CRM is usually understood as a separate unit. A unit in which we are responsible only for sales. We, however, believe that CRM is more than just sales. Bitrix24 CRM also includes a contact center to assist you with the client communication. Plus, we've got CRM marketing, CRM analytics, and sales intelligence. That's what a modern CRM should be designed for, both sales and marketing. And we're going to tell you about it now. So let's start with the contact center.
We've put together the most important communication channels you use to communicate with your clients. Email, telephony, messengers. Just open a channel, connect your users, your employees, and start communicating with your clients.
Oh, and Facebook connection. Let me show you how easy it is.
You just need to log in, connect your account, and grant all the permissions. That's it. The channel is connected and you can communicate with your clients.
What does it mean? Your clients on Facebook will write you Facebook messages, and these messages will appear in Bitrix24 CRM. You can reply to them directly in the chat. All the message history will be saved in the deal. If a client gives you their name, contact details, or some other information, we will automatically find it in your client database, recognize it, and pull it up so that you could easily communicate with this person.
Your journey into the world of CRM starts with the contact center. Don't forget to open this section from time to time to see the new channels that we've provided for your clients and your employees.
In fact, my friends often ask me this question. Where do you start when you want to implement CRM? And I always give them one answer. Start with the contact center. If you set up a form on the site, you will start getting some deals. If you set up an online chat or enable telephony, you will see even more deals coming.
Now, let's see how one of the channels works. Let's take telephony. When an outgoing or incoming call is made, you always see who made the call, the information about your client. You can talk to the client and not worry about the fact that you have no time to record something, because you'll get a recording of the conversation which you can easily listen to later.
Telephony is an interesting, very successful, and very important solution for our clients. In fact, we get a lot of calls from them, and now in this new version, we finally have call statistics.
It's very important to see your call stats. Your employee workload, how many calls they make per month or 3 months, how many calls they miss. After all, it's very important to see that there are no missed calls from your clients. All important reports are collected in one section where you can control everything that's going on in your calls.
In this version, we have a whole list of analytical reports on telephony, and they will allow you to find a lot of important, actionable data. Email. This is probably worth mentioning briefly, but it is still one of the most important communication tools. First of all, it is very easy to connect. You can connect any mailbox to the CRM, start receiving emails, create deals based on them, and communicate inside Bitrix24. The second element here is classic CRM. And I've got to admit, we have a really great product. You can set up a CRM card for communication with your clients easily. To keep all this communication within the CRM, to see all the messages in your timeline, to make calls and save call recordings, and to do other things you have to do in CRM. Excellent product overall, tried and tested, and loved by millions. Hundreds of thousands of clients use it on a daily basis, which makes one of the biggest CRMs out there. And it's fully integrated with other Bitrix24 services, So, what is new in Bitrix CRM? Let's talk about the new features. We have these regular weekly meetings with our CTO where we collect your feedback and ideas and analyze them, and see how we can implement them in the nearest releases. This year, we've got a whole set of major UI/UX updates inside Bitrix24 CRM.
Kanban is a place where you work with deals and where you can follow the status of a deal. Some employees put additional information about the deals. And you'll see this information immediately, in real time, on the Kanban board. A really nifty solution, allowing you to see all the changes in real time.
Our team did a great job here. The CRM card view is already available to all your employees. Set up a card once and then install it for your employee or those who need to work with this card. Multiple choice of elements in Kanban. We have improved it and made it more useful and convenient. Setting up actions in the card is a very important tool.
An important tool indeed. There are a lot of new actions in Kanban, in the CRM card. These actions differ depending on the person who works with the card. Some people make calls, others use email or text messages. And now you can create your own list of actions and focus on the important things.
I know that this is a very important update for a lot of our clients. Another new thing here is mandatory fields, a really convenient tool that allows you to automate the requirements for different stages. For example, when you're creating an invoice, the system lets you know which fields should be filled out. We've made a few improvements here, and now all fields, including our regular fields, can be set as mandatory, depending on a particular stage. It makes working in CRM more convenient.
How about listening to call recordings? Well, some people prefer to listen at regular speed. Others can't wait. Some calls can be 10, 15 or 20 minutes long. And you want to get the main idea of the conversation faster. Now you can increase the playback speed and listen to call recordings faster. Of course, it can be set up individually for each manager. Next up is Catalogue. Lots of improvements here. Now, the Catalogue works for both CRM and your online store. The new version has SKU support, and you can easily work with items like clothes that have different colours or properties.
In fact, we've been working on the catalogue for like 8 months or so.
Yes.
And this work will continue.
Properties. We have a standard field called Address, which contains a map. Now, using this map, you can ask your client for directions to deliver the order right to their doorstep and not bother them with multiple calls.
Search for duplicates.
Yes, it's a really great feature, and let me tell you how it works. We've always wanted to make sure there are no duplicates, but hey, people make mistakes sometimes, which leads to duplicate entries. Once a day, the system scans the data, identifies the duplicates, and tries to merge them automatically. We've done a lot of tests, and the new algorithm is 4 times more convenient and works better than the one we had before. Out of 1,000 duplicates, it can automatically identify and merge up to 800 duplicates. It runs automatically for every CRM user, once a day.
This next feature is something very special. Zoom integrated with our CRM. Here's how it works. When you open a card, you have a separate element in which you can set up a Zoom meeting and choose the time. You can create a meeting, make that Zoom call to your client, and get a recording of that call, and the rest of the call data saved for later use. The audio track and the video track will be saved separately. They will be uploaded from Zoom, saved in your CRM, and will always be available during the whole meeting inside a deal. Zoom in CRM is a great way to plan meetings and automatically save everything you need to interact with the client. One more tool, which I'd like to talk about, is CRM robots, or CRM automation. Instead of moving a deal from one stage to another manually, why not have a robot do it for you? They have many customizable parameters and offer a lot of automation capabilities. They can send an email or text message for you, generate or send a draft document. Basically, every standard process with set stages. It is a very simple and very effective way to automate your CRM, help your sales reps, and improve the quality of your customer service. It's a unique solution that works in CRM and provides automation throughout the whole sales funnel.
Thanks to the great feedback you're giving us, we are constantly adding new robots. This year, we've added new robots to the CRM Store. They control payments and shipments. There's these cool triggers that control how quickly your sales rep responds to a message in the chat or messenger. And if it's taking too long, you can step in and write to them saying something along the lines of, "Hey, you need to do your job faster."
Coming up next is the document generator. We have a separate generator in our Bitrix24, which creates documents based on your templates using the data directly from CRM. It's a very simple and efficient tool that our clients like to use a lot. And now we're presenting yet another interesting feature here. Let's say you want to create a document. You do it like this, generating it using a template. It can be an invoice, a draft contract, anything. Send the link to this document to a client, and from then on, you will be able to see when the client clicks on this link in real time. Yep, we think about little things like this too. You can set up a robot.
Yeah, it's like magic.
You can set up a robot to send a notification to the sales rep who's responsible for the deal, and they will immediately know they need to call that
The
client.
client has just opened your
That's
document
incredible.
and boom, they got a call from you right away. That's what we call telepathic marketing.
Yeah, it might come off as some kind of magic. The document generator is a part of Bitrix24. Unfortunately, we don't have much time now to tell you about it in greater detail, but the sales tunnels we've got and the ability to nurture your relationship with the client through different funnels is one of the unique features of Bitrix24. The client moves from one stage of the deal to the next one, all shown in one funnel, the whole flow.
Yes, and the client might want to write to your customer support at one of the stages.
There goes NPS and other client service solutions. The sales tunnel works perfectly. Well, here are some more CRM updates, which are a part of this release. I know we don't have enough time now to tell you all about them, but at least you can pause the video and read about them later. CRM forms are another essential part of the Bitrix24 CRM, a very popular and widely used tool. Just recently, we have started to redesign our CRM forms, and were originally going to release them a little bit earlier, but for various reasons, the process was delayed. However, we are ready to release both the form processor and the full form designer before the end of this year for you to start using them. Next up is CRM Store. Before we start talking about it, let's watch a quick video introducing this unique feature that we premiered not long ago.
So you've worked long and hard on a deal, your client's ready to pay, and it would be such a shame to lose your customer at this crucial stage. Let's simplify this step for everyone involved. Bitrix24 CRM Store helps your clients pay with ease and helps you receive their payments. Create an order right inside the CRM and send it off to your client. Your customer will receive a message with their order details and pay in the way that works for them. You'll receive the payment in seconds while your client gets their receipt. You won't need any complex settings and integrations for Bitrix24 CRM Store. Connect your payment system and start selling. With Bitrix24 CRM Store, you'll never lose your client at the payment stage. Accept online payments, hard cash, credit and debit cards, or using a QR code. Use a mobile app instead of a payment terminal. Bitrix24, the CRM that sells. Get your free Bitrix24 account at bitrix24.com today.
A really great tool. We first released it just 6 months ago.
Yep.
And recently, we've been doing lots of interviews with our clients to find out what their experience with CRM Store was. And it was awesome. We learned
It was unexpected to see companies, different companies, that work with our product. They've completed over 1,000 deals. For example, a garage rental service in the United States.
they issue about 1,500 to 2,000 invoices every month, and they accept payments through our CRM store. Another case is selling clothes online.
Diamonds!
Oh, and there's a client of ours from
Yes.
Brazil. They sell diamonds using our CRM store. That's thousands of transactions every month.
Yep, thousands of transactions.
And it's so amazing to receive positive feedback about their products from our clients. They seem to be really impressed, if not stunned, because it's such a cool new experience for them. The company not only communicates directly with customers, but also gets paid immediately using all modern payment methods. This time we are planning to release a CRM terminal as a logical addition to the CRM store. We expected to release it a bit earlier, but there was a delay, and we're hoping to release it by the end of the year. So what's new here? Well, first of all, we are adding new payment systems and SMS providers.
For different countries, for the USA, Great Britain, Germany, France, Spain, Poland, Turkey, and also for Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, and Colombia.
And also Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia. In fact, there are quite a lot of localizations. We get feedback from our clients and realize their needs.
Don't forget to write in the feedback forms what payment systems in what cities and countries you need, and we'll try to add them. For example, we've recently added UA Pay and LickPay support in Ukraine, as well as integration with Checkbox. Actually, we were the first on the market to have provided Checkbox support. As for Belarus, we remember talking to you guys at the conference, and you asked to connect BPaid and Alpha Bank, and so we did it. We also added Wupkasa in Kazakhstan.
Our CRM store has taken off pretty well. The partners seem to dig it. So do the customers. Once again, this is for all of our partners. Be sure to offer CRM Store to your customers. It's a very promising tool. Now, let's move on to our next segment. Calls on your mobile phone. Sometimes your employees would use their personal mobile phones for work purposes as well, which may pose a problem. It's quite difficult to keep track of calls on such phones, although there are some solutions for integration with mobile operators. But we wanted to find a completely fresh solution. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CRM Mobile Call Tracking. Here's how it works. You run our application, and if you have granted permission, it will detect calls that have not been registered. It will be very easy to exclude your personal calls. All the other calls that can be considered business calls, you add a description, amount, and some audio note. Then send it straight to your CRM. If you happen to communicate with a client in one of your messages, you can look through the message history, take a screenshot, attach it, and send it again to your CRM. We think that this might prove really helpful for some people, and we're going to keep on improving upon this idea. It will be a part of our new mobile application.
The most important thing is that the calls are instantly saved in the CRM. You enter this information in your CRM when you still remember it, and it's all there for later use.
So that was our new tool, Mobile Call Tracking. Coming up next is CRM Analytics.
With this tool, you can track everything you do in your CRM, including sales and the work of your sales reps. Here, you can create sales plans, share these plans with your managers, see how they're being implemented, and, of course, control which customers bring you the most revenue.
This is a set of tools which allows you to make the right decisions in terms of management and HR. It is a large amount of data. A separate segment here is CRM marketing. It allows you to segment your audience, for example, create a segment of people who bought from you last year or use any other criteria. Put these segments together and start working with them. How can you do it? Well, you can reach them via email, SMS, or you can send a voice message or make a call. Any kind of marketing you prefer. By taking a segment of customers, the ones who have already bought from you, you can put out a look-alike ad. It will find you people similar to the segment you created. You can automatically place ads that will appear online and users will see it. We believe that CRM is not only for sales, but also for marketing. We are constantly developing this tool, and we are now going to show you the automatic creation and launch of advertisements. Take a look at it.
More and more companies are forced to work online. If they want to stay competitive, they have to be able to launch ads online. That's when our service comes in. It will help you set up your ad by choosing a post and connecting it with the product you want to sell. It will ask you questions like, who's your target audience? New or existing customers? It will scan your database, make an automatic lookalike, and create new deals. Then you have to specify your region, decide how much you want to spend on advertising. Even though it's your first attempt, you know you've got a good product and the sales will start coming. Launch the ad and see how it works.
The initial tests proved to be very successful. More often than not, our algorithm would achieve better results than the users who launched the ads themselves. And we want to keep on developing automated ad campaigns on Facebook and Instagram. And finally, the icing on the cake that's Bitrix24 CRM is our CRM Analytics. This is a must-have tool in situations like the current crisis. More than ever, we all want to know if the money we spent on advertising was spent well. What level of sales should we expect if we drive audiences from Google, Facebook, or Instagram? You can get a full, comprehensive breakdown of your sales. No need to integrate anything. It's all set up and ready to work. This tool analyzes all communication channels with your clients. It's a unique product that generates a lot of feedback from our clients, most of whom work in sales professionally, with huge budgets. Their ideas have been very helpful to us to develop this further.
Exactly. You often ask us to provide an ability to analyze as much ad data as possible, and we've done it. Now you can control both ad groups and ad channels, which is a real benefit. You want details for each keyword? Well, here you go. Choose a channel, a specific ad, and see which keywords perform better. We'll come back to this topic a little bit later.
What we give you is an opportunity to understand what tools will work. When we talk with people from marketing departments, we often realize that their job is not only to produce effective ads, but also to remove the ineffective ones. And now you can easily see which ads are ineffective using Bitrix24 CRM Analytics. So that's your modern CRM designed for both sales and marketing. 5 components: contact center, CRM, marketing, analytics and sales intelligence. Lots of new, great, useful features. We hope you will enjoy them as much as we enjoyed developing them. Great job. Thank you, Yuri.